And we begin with a weather impact alert. A dust storm warning just put into effect for Maricopa County as storms move into the valley. You are looking at a live look right now. That is the Loop 202 and Stapley Drive. And yeah, you can definitely see skies there are getting hazy for sure.
I love this time of year.
Just not the dust, though.
I don't love the dust, but I love the smell of the storm afterwards, you know. I love that we're getting rain, which we desperately need. Here's a look from the Loop 202 and Gilbert Road, and you can see that storm starting to drift across that area. Look, if you're out on the roads, you know someone who's out on the road, maybe coming home right now, and you're on the phone with them as they make their way home, just tell them to take it easy, that there's some dust that they may have to contend with, and of course that affects visibility on the roads. We're also tracking monsoon storms moving through other parts of the state. Flash flooding happening right now in Yavapai County. The National Weather Service is advising people near the Agua Fria River and Big Bug Creek to get to higher ground. This is video from one of our 12 News weather watchers, David Carter, who says the river hasn't been this high since 2021.
All right, let's go over to meteorologist Chris Dunn. And Chris, what areas are being hit the hardest right now?
So far today, it has been the high country and then down to the south in Pima County, but everything is going to start converging on the valley. We do have a severe thunderstorm warning out over the western deserts. This is just north of Quartzsite, but you can see all the storms kind of all around the valley and down here to the south. Those have been the areas that have been hit the hardest. There's that storm that is just north of Interstate 10 and is drifting towards the north. Gusty winds and likely seeing some hail out of that. We do have these storms that are kind of lining up now from Santan Valley north of Florence through Coolidge and Casa Grande, sending out some gusty outflow. But you also see it right up here, this little green line that's pushing down to the south from the north, from the Fountain Hills area. All of these, the combination of all these outflows kicking up a lot of dust, and this is our brand new dust storm warning that was just issued a few minutes ago. This goes until 6:45 this evening, basically from Casa Grande up Interstate 10 out to Maricopa along the 347, the Loop 202 through the Southeast Valley and out to Santan Valley over Santan Mountain, Coolidge and Florence area as well in Pinal County. So all of this area, just be very careful when you're driving out there, and if you do encounter a significant amount of dust, slow down, just take it easy. A lot of rain. Boy, there is a ton of rain down here in Pima County. So far, Tucson has had over 1/3 of an inch of rain. Here's the East Valley, and there's the really good look at those outflows coming across Lake Pleasant. Cave Creek getting some of that rain, and that outflow is just now pushing through the central Phoenix area and through the East Valley. And a lot of times these boundaries act as like a cold front and a focusing mechanism for additional lift in the atmosphere. We have plenty of moisture around with that extra humidity around, and these will serve as a kind of a focal point for new storms developing. Flash flood warning in effect for Payson. That goes until 6:30 because of all of the rain you've had there so far today. Into tonight, we have a weather impact alert now until 11 p.m. Showers and thunderstorms, blowing dust, a few downpours, some of that dangerous lightning. Be safe out there. Watch us for continual updates here on 12 News and 12 Plus. Back to you.